Burkina Faso is a poor country in Africa but boasts a growing economy. This country has been plagued by civil wars and struggles, more than poverty, for generations. But today, Ibrahim Traoré, who has been serving as the country's new president at 37 years old, has succeeded in instilling new hope in his people. It seems that he is making considerable efforts to provide relief to the people of the country with his new radical policies. He is a military leader. He recently made a decision that even surprised the IMF organization. Who is this leader? What is he going to do? Let's discuss it today. First, we will learn a little more about the country called Burkina Faso. This country is a landlocked nation in West Africa. It has an area of 274,000 square kilometers and is bordered by Mali to the northwest, Niger to the northeast, Benin to the southeast, and Togo and Ghana to the south. The population of Burkina Faso exceeds 20 million. This is also why the state was previously known as Upper Volta. Ouagadougou is the largest city and the capital. The official language of the country is French, as it was a colony of France for a period. The country gained independence from French rule in 1960. The internet mentions that Moor and Mandinka languages are also used in the country. People of different ethnicities practice different religions, but over time they became Islamized. More than 60% of the country currently practices Islam. For this reason, it is no secret that organizations like Boko Haram and ISIS operate from there. Between 1980 and 1990, there were a large number of coups and assassinations of prominent figures in the country. The current head of state is Ibrahim Traoré. He came to power in 2022 through a military coup. After the new military ruler came to power, he stated that then-President Paul-Henri Damiba, who ruled Burkina Faso at the time, was not benefiting the people and the country was not undergoing any kind of development. Accordingly, the military took control of the country in order to chart a new course and lead it forward. But we cannot say that Ibrahim has already developed the country in the last 3 years. However, it has now been proven to the world that some of his decisions have taken a very pro-people approach. His actions as president have become so important that they have captured the attention of the entire world. Recently, they have been working to remove their country from the IMF program. He made a very clear statement explaining his decision. I am Captain Ibrahim Traoré. I am not talking about the way diplomats whitewash. I did not receive any training in Washington. I did not train in Geneva. I speak from a battlefield, remembering the land where my people bleed. I speak for a nation that has long been branded as a prison for fraud. Today I am speaking to the IMF not with trembling hands, but with a voice rooted in centuries of Africans' pain and now in the awakening of Africans. For a long time, we have seen the IMF as a benevolent doctor prescribing economic treatments to sick nations. That's how they appeared. But what we learned and what we experienced is that your drugs often kill the patient. Your loans come with a smile and you get special arrow fruits. From now on, we will never ask your permission to breathe when we are in pain. Remember, we will no longer accept any economic policies that turn our people into beggars, from you or anyone. These are his words. On another occasion, he stated that the African continent holds an abundance of wealth. Africa is rich with raw materials needed by every industry in the world. It's not a secret. If you know about the world, you already know that gold, uranium, and cobalt are mostly found in abundance in Africa. But in reality, Africa doesn't receive the proper value for the raw materials it supplies. The essence is absorbed by Western and Chinese multinationals. Africa only receives a small payment for the labor. The president of Burkina Faso has stated that African nations must stand together to change this situation. This country was built with about 3,600 kilometers of roads. But after the new president's appointment, preparations are underway to build 5,000 kilometers of new roads every year. He has already taken steps to acquire the necessary machinery and vehicles for the construction. The president is also making efforts to provide free water and electricity to the people of the country. Reports indicate that he is preparing to embark on a program to waive water and electricity bills and provide free water to homes where the country's elderly live as the first phase of the initiative. Because the national power system was privatized and sold to foreign investors who charged prices that people couldn't afford, He said that many people in the country had to spend the night by candlelight. Considering the service our elders have done for the country, he said that we should repay the blood, sweat, and tears they shed to build this country. First, he is planning to provide free water and electricity to the elderly community and will expand it to the entire country at a later stage. Similarly, the expenditure on schools was cut off by previous governments. Instead of spending on education, these governments used the money to pay off foreign debts. Traoré has changed this situation. He is planning to spend more on education. Many foreign media outlets portray Traoré as an anti-Western leader. After he came into power, he removed all French military bases from Burkina Faso. That has led to a tense situation between the two countries. However, after that, Traoré extended his hand to Russia. They are even working to open a Russian embassy in Burkina Faso. Due to such strong criticism against the IMF and other Western countries, he is currently being introduced as the African Che Guevara. Even though he is the president, he still works for the military and continues to receive a captain's salary. He has advised government leaders to dedicate themselves to public service without demanding salary hikes. He also nationalized 2 gold mines owned by multinational corporations. He stopped exporting gold to Europe. He expects to raise 150 tons of gold each year. He strongly believes that the country's economy can be built using only its mineral resources. He is also working on creating a new air hub to strengthen the aviation trade. Finally, foreign media say that it will take a long time to recover the economy of this country. They are expecting economic growth of 8% from 2025 to 2043. But it is clear that this young president is making great efforts to develop the country. Many analysts believe that if he stays until 2029, there will be lots of development in the country.